Magic in progress. Duck out of rehearsals for a bit. It's tech for the panto, it's merry havoc. Wander a few doors down to Thieving Harry's. Sit upstairs, drinking hot chocolate, looking out across the Humber. Dreary as today, just a sort of wall of grey, misty. You can see these outlines of ships looming, bit vague. Hear them too, weary engines, foghorns. Not sad though, just normal, just December, nearly Christmas. Which is why us lot, me and the middle child gang, why we've all got panto in our pants. I'm trying to get that to be an actual phrase. Get some panto in your pants, I say sometimes in rehearsals. It's not caught on. Dig some paper out my bag, write to you. 'Cause it's Friday, and on Fridays I write to you. Tell you it's all going well. Dick Whittington's wearing a lovely selection of Hull-themed t-shirts with Chip Spice on and Deadbod and that one that says, "Come to Hull, it's not shit anymore." Jim's breaking out retro but immense dance moves, such as the Worm, to see his chart-topping hit Cheap Thrills, which I love. Ali's turned Queen Rat into a wicked but sensual supporter of Donald Trump. And Baps, the dame, Baps is just a walking pantomime. Give Mark Graham a wig, some squirty cream, and the possibility of a fella in the audience to woo. He's unstoppable, like a tsunami of love. We started off in Middle Child's room, upstairs in this old, it used to be a pub, Darley's. It's on like a corner on the Thornton estate, but we've moved to Fruit now, this old warehouse on Humber Street. Natalie's filled it with paper lanterns, lights, a tree branch for kids to hang their wishes on, just all their hopes and that. Looks beautiful. Feels pretty special too, working with this lot who just get it somehow. Tell you all this. Don't know how much of it will come across in a letter, but write it anyway. Say I can't wait to see you. Lots of love, I put, and all the usual grandson things. Reckon I've missed the post, but it'll go in the morning. You always say, not to worry, if it's not there Saturday, just look forward to reading it Monday. Give the envelope a little kiss, pop it in the postbox. The first show, Saturday night. I'm a bit nervy because my mum and dad are in. Never stops being hard, that. For them more than me, I reckon, but turns out lovely in the end. They've brought Reenie and Andy from Kilnsea, and Jules, and Rich, the electrician, who waits till just before it starts to tell us all that he actually hates panto. Tough crowd. Takes about 3 seconds for this lot to win him over. Don't mean to embarrass anyone, but Emma Bright's dick goes down a storm. It's all of them. They've just got bags of heart, talent, proper funny bones, belting out songs, playing bass, dancing. It's nothing flash, we're still figuring stuff out, but it's daft and it's for everyone and it's got soul. My favourite bit is when Lerna Fairy Bauble does her first ever medium-sized spell. What really happens, Jess ducks behind a sheet, ties some balloons to an upside-down table, and everyone goes, "Wow!" But it's more than that. They're all singing Raw by Katy Perry. There's a smoke machine, Piano David's properly going for it, Jack on drums, building, growing, and Mark's holding up this cardboard sign, says in massive, wonky letters, "Magic in progress." My mum and dad are beaming by the end. Say they'll see me tomorrow. We're off to my cousin's nativity play. They're picking me up first thing. Walk back up Springbank to my flat. It's ever such a clear night, twinkly. When I see mum and dad in the morning, shaky voices, sad eyes, I know something's up. We don't go to the nativity play. We go to your bungalow instead. I've never seen someone who's died before, but you just look like you just got into bed, flask of tea, library book, thought to yourself, this is the best place I've found all day, which you always said was your favourite thought. Snuggled down, nice and warm, slipped away. You had a poorly heart, so. Hold your hand, give you a kiss. Ruth says she'd like to say a prayer, and she does, and it's beautiful. Mum stays with you, just to sit a while. Go through to a living room full of aunts and uncles, cousins, best mate Rona, all sad love, and then, 'cause James is by the kettle, cups of tea. The undertakers arrive, carry you out through the front door, which you hardly ever used. We head back. On the drive to Hull, hold Mum's hand. She can't seem to get warm. Notice something, a slim glimpse of gold just slipped on her little finger. Your wedding ring. There's a WhatsApp group for all of us, everyone who's working on the panto. It's got a picture of some naked hunks putting tinsel up, and it's called Christmas Dick. To start with, it was just everyone asking Ed to let us into the rehearsal room. We kept getting locked out. He was very patient. Then it moved on to photos of the cast doing line runs over hearty-looking fry-ups in Wetherspoons. Now the show's up and running, it sort of changes, gets a bit more Christmassy. If people send a message to middle child or put something up on Facebook, something nice, Jamie shares it with the group. People saying stuff like, I was in stitches, came with the Parks Academy, classes 3 and 4. They told me after they didn't want to leave, ! And that's made my Christmas, Santa emoji, Christmas tree emoji, smiley face. My favourite one, we were still laughing in the car on the way home, the boy shouting, Dick, at pedestrians, oops. Think it's pretty grueling doing 2 show days when you're covered in slop, getting booed, forced to do a full chase scene in a furry onesie while channeling the spirit of an erotic yeti, that sort of thing. But all this is properly heartening. Mostly, anyway. The wish tree is a bit of an eye-opener. I wish that Donald Trump didn't fart and wasn't president, it says. Another, I wish my daddy came back to Hull and snow this year. Sit in Kilnsea with Mum and Dad and Ruth, all quiet, all missing you. Think a lot about these other families, struggling a bit. Day after Boxing Day, we take my nativity play cousins to see the show. Catherine cannot wait to talk to Suze, the Mayor of London, at the end, and Ellie just hugs everyone. Fairy Bauble, Dick, Queen Rat, Adam on the lighting desk, Fairy Keith, twice. I hope my mum's managing. This is the show you'd have come to too if you'd been here. But when I look up, she's hugging everyone as well. Pops some change in the bucket. They're doing a collection at the end for the Warren in town. Heads out again onto Humber Street. Bitter wind blowing. She does her coat up tight. We're meant to write cards to go with the flowers at the service. I don't know what to put. It's daft, 'cause I'm used to writing to you. Been sending letters to each other since I left for uni. You borrowed Tom Courtney's book from the library van, full of the letters his mum sent him while she was in Hull, Hessel Road, and he was in London at drama school. Thought you'd have a go yourself. Told me about the weather in the evening, the people turning up at your bungalow with fish and chips, the quilt you had to make for your sewing group, the casserole you were thinking of doing when my mum went on Wednesday, or how smart the garden was looking now she'd been, what a lovely afternoon you'd had together. People sometimes wonder where writers come from. For me, it's a bit my mum, a bit my dad, but mostly I come from you. The words you'd use, the way you'd notice things. From you, I've got my love of libraries, my love of chunky knitted jumpers, cups of tea, rugby players, the quiet strength that comes from being kind, from trying, from doing your best in the world. I hope I do you proud. This card, though. Lots of love, I put, and all the usual grandson things. Tonight's the last night of the panto. Wasn't expecting to go, but Matt Sutton and Ellsworthy have both got tickets. It'll be lovely to see them. Matt's been a bit of a rock just lately, if I'm honest, and it's better than just sitting in my flat. It's an ace show. Properly joyous, properly messy. Bit of a miracle everyone gets to the end without at least one trip to A&E, but they do. Afterwards, I ask if it's okay to nick the sign, the big cardboard one, carry it back through town. Snowing a bit, the odd flutter, and chilly. It's all still, orange barriers, dug-up pavements, workmen doing overtime, cracking on through the night to try and get things ready for the fireworks in with a bang, couple of days' time. Look at this messy, spirited city that appreciates mischief, that's not up itself, won't rip you off, that'll find room for you, keep your spirits up, let you have a go at stuff, that's doing its best, nearly there, with its big beating heart on its sleeve. Nice sign, mate. One of the workmen's on a break, having a coffee, McDonald's. I smile, cheers. He grins, downs the last bit of his drink, chucks the cup away. Back to work, he says. Lots to do.